Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. When I recently reviewed Leatherface by 3-0, I did say that I was going to gather all these main horror icons together and do a little video just for fun, talk about each piece, just maybe pose them up as a sort of group and just have a nice old time just enjoying these ultimate horror icons. Maybe that's what I'll call the video, ultimate horror icons, which means we got a couple missing. Me and Nick were talking about this a couple of days ago, just thinking of other icons of horror that kind of need to be in this collection. Well, don't need to be in the collection. I mean, these guys, you know, you got the big five here. Not all of them are big. He's quite small, bless him. Old Chuckster, old Chucky, Chucky Chuckerson. But you got to remember about characters like Ghostface from Scream, Pinhead, the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers, and a whole bunch more. To be honest, there's quite a few of them. We got Art the Clown, is the kind of the newest kid on the block. He's quickly rising up the ranks. I think he's already one of the real horror icons now, even after just the first film. His look is just so iconic, and I can't wait for Trick or Treat Studios to drop this figure because I can't wait to add that to my collection. So yes, these are my ultimate horror icons in 1/6 scale. Now Chucky is not officially 1/6 scale. He is the NECA retro cloth Chucky figure, and he's almost there. If you were really going to go for the 1/6 scale Chucky, he'd be a little bit bigger than that, I think. But he's close enough. So he is included because he's such a big horror icon for me personally. I love Child's Play 2 the most. Love the first one as well. I'm not really that keen on part 3. That second movie, Child's Play 2, that's my jam right there. Now, recently reviewed Leatherface on the channel just a couple of videos back, and absolutely love him. 3-0 did an amazing job with this. The figure that frustrates me the most, that I've always got a bit of a problem with, is Jason. Now, Sideshow, I don't think they actually put anywhere on the box that this is meant to be from part 3, but it clearly is, but it's just not accurate. The mask should be a different color and shape. The shirt's slightly off color wise, and so are his pants, and it's just one of those figures. I've tried to do stuff to it, I've tried to dye the clothing, never really takes very well, and I'm just frustrated whenever I look at him. So I'm glad I have a Jason, because you kind of need one if you're going to go for the 1/6 scale horror icons thing, but he is the one that bugs me the most. Just not happy with it. And here we have something I am very happy with. This is pretty much like, it's got to be kind of the ultimate 1/6 scale Michael Myers combination. Now this is the Trick or Treat Studios body, coveralls, knife, hands, boots. So I will show this Michael Myers completely stock again during the course of this video, but this is the look I'm sticking with. So everything is custom. The base, the pumpkin, the boots came from Hong Kong, and the coveralls are the Yunsil final run coveralls. The body, I'm not 100% sure what that body is, but everything fits so well on it, and I like the proportions, so that's the one I'll stick with. But the head sculpt is the Trick or Treat Studios 1/6 scale Michael Myers head sculpt, the figure they recently released, and reviewed that on the channel as well. Check out the review for him. Beautiful box from Trick or Treat Studios behind the figure. I'm so glad that I finally have a box for a 78 Myers, because now I can display the figures in this kind of way, and I love the way it looks. So then we have Freddy Krueger, which was another very frustrating release from Sideshow. They did not finish the top of his head. He literally, you take the hat away and it's not finished. So I had a spare head and I had to finish it myself. So I did that. Yeah, so I had to do that myself. I mean, I ain't no expert, but I like to have another stab at this one day. Maybe do a better job. It's not too bad. But that's what they should have done in the first place. It's just weird choices they made. But everything's been changed, really. The only parts that are the original Sideshow parts are the head sculpt, the hands, the shoes. The sweater is custom. The pants are just some black pants that I had sitting around for a while. The hat is the original hat from the first Freddy, but he's just been repainted, reworked. I'm pretty damn happy with him. But the Beta Metalli Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3 Freddy's Revenge custom figure. That's the ultimate one I've seen. So it's nice to have this, because obviously you need a Freddy, but he ain't the best out there. Like I said, man, the Beta Metalli Freddy's Revenge, damn, everything about it is so juicy and succulent. But at least I got this, man. At least I got this standing before us right here. I mean, it's just, it really is the perfect 78. It's a thing of beauty. And Justin Mabry did that sculpt, man. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. I mean, no one can deny that. I mean, I'm looking at it through the lens here as I'm moving around. I think, nah, no one can deny that. They just, no one. Sorry, but that's it. It's beautiful. And I love the sculpted hair as well. I've seen quite a few people rehair it now, and they've done great jobs, and I am tempted, but I wouldn't do it unless I had a second figure. Like, if I only have one of these head sculpt, I ain't touching that hair, because I do love the sculpted hair, because it's such a pain in the butt trying to get everything looking right, and this just does look right. I mean, I freaking love the hair on this, or the sculpted hair. I just love it. So if I do end up getting a second one to mess around with, then sure, I'll rehair it, I'll repaint it, and do all the stuff. But yeah, I'm really just quite satisfied with the way things currently are. I don't even really feel the need to repaint the mask. I mean, it definitely could be a bit whiter in places, but I mean, we'll see. I'll probably get around to it at some point. Things are just so hectic at the moment. Alright, so before I start posing them all together and doing group photos and all that stuff, I will just show you this setup, but with the stock Michael Myers figure, and just to, show you that. Alright, now there is a completely stock Trick or Treat Studios 1/6 scale 78 Myers figure. It looks fantastic. He didn't come with a base, much the same as Leatherface. He didn't come with one either. It really should have come with 130. Come on now. It should come with a base. I understand for the price point with the Trick or Treat Studios figure. I get it, because he's so affordable. It's just a thing of beauty. Yeah, that's my boy right there. Amazing job with the coveralls. I love the boots. The body they used ain't too bad. Just needed the double bend in the elbow. Unfortunately, we didn't get that, but hopefully we will with future releases. I hope they do. It's like the only thing really. Everything else was fantastic with this guy. Let me bring him out front and center for a moment before switching back to the custom setup that I got down here. But yeah, man, you can see, man, Trick or Treat Studios, they did a great job with him. And gave the head a little tilt. Yeah, a little tilt action, but check out that sculpt, man. So good. And like I said, man, the hair, I got no issue with that. I just don't feel compelled to remove that and start messing around with real hair. I know that it can look incredible. Believe me, I've got enough custom heads to know that, but I like this. It's just nice for a change to never have to worry about it. It just always looks good, man. You even got horns and everything. You can see the horns sticking out. They're quite subtle, but they're there. You don't want them to be too much. And you could make the horns a little bit more obvious if you wanted to. I could just go in with a little bit of sculpting clay and just make them a little bit more prominent, a bit more pointy if I wanted to. But don't. If the light hits it right, the horns look great. Yeah, man. Coveralls are sweet. Boots are sweet. Knife is good. Alright, folks, and I'm going to switch the head back onto my custom Boogeyman setup down here. But I just wanted to show you him completely stock. Absolutely excellent figure. Every horror fan should own one of these Trick or Treat Studios figures, man. It's a no-brainer. Do it before it gets really difficult to do so. Get in while you can. Like, I don't know how many of these they made, but I'd do it sooner rather than later. It's too good not to. Alright, so now I'm just going to group them all together and get some photographs, put them on Instagram, and won't keep you much longer. Let me know in the comments if anything else specifically you want to see in the video, and I can try and whip that up for you. But it's been nice seeing all these guys together. Could have done this a while ago, but Leatherface was not part of my collection, and Michael Myers never had a box, so now that he does, when I got Leatherface, I felt compelled to do a nice little spread like this. I put some gel in Leatherface's hair. It was very fluffy looking straight out of the box, so now it looks a bit more like hair. So his hair looks better now, that's for sure. Thank you very much. Chucky looks awesome. So, you know, look at this foolishness. Alright, let's try this again. Group shot. I think Myers looks the best. I mean, proper debatable really. All comes down to, I guess, who you like the most, but I just think Myers is perfect. There's literally a perfect 78 back there. It's ridiculous. It's almost offensive. I feel a little bit like that, you know. It's kind of rude to show it. Oh, Chucky looks great as well. He really does. That's just a little NECA retro cloth Chucky. I mean, yeah, I've painted him and weathered the hell out of him. I made it look like he was buried. I think it was in part 2. He got buried under all the mud in the garden. And that's what I did. I literally buried him in mud. Just the fridges will have something to say about that. But it worked though. He looks legit. Oh man, my eye just keeps going right there. I don't know about you, probably the same with you folks out there as well. When you land, is your eye going to him? That's what you're looking at. I'll just give you a bit of a closer look at Freddie here, because he's the kind of character you want to zoom in a little bit and check out all the details. But it's a beautiful custom sweater. I think this sweater is actually based on the look he had from Freddy vs. Jason. I had this little chart thing. It was very handy, shows all the patterns, you know, the stripe pattern. Sometimes there's less stripes, I guess. Sometimes it's slightly different tones of red or green, depending on what film it is. My favourite sweater, I mean, my favourite look for Freddy, like I've said in the past, is part 2, Freddy's Revenge. It's just evil. Everything came together just perfectly for his look. His face with the deep set eyes and the scary look to the face, which apparently kind of more based on a witch. The hat was perfect in part 2. The sweater was perfect, the way it kind of has that very specific kind of look and fit. Everything about part 2 looked right. So that's what I was trying to go for when I was doing this, but it ain't it, you know, it ain't it. Beta Metalli, you done that. Damn, I need it. Anyone out there got a Beta Metalli part 2 Freddy? You want to swap some stuff? I'll swap some stuff with you. God damn it, you want some stuff? Get in touch. But this will do. Until then, hopefully. But yeah, there he is. I'll get in close, show you some of that pizza action. Yeah, man. He's a cool looking piece. I mean, if I end up just being stuck with this guy, it ain't gonna be the worst thing in the world. The sweater alone is a piece of work right there. Yeah, he's a good Freddy figure, man. He's good. Alright folks, that's pretty much the end of the video. I just wanted to show these guys all together and it's been fun doing so. If you enjoyed it, drop a like on the video, leave me a comment, always good to hear from you. And don't forget to check out our store at www.thefigurepit.com. Alright guys, take it easy, see you soon, bye bye.